It is currently January 5th. We're about to pack up the car, leave my house in Texas, drive to my apartment in Baton Rouge, pack up the car some more, and then head out to Florida to move into the Flamingo Crossings Village Apartments for the Disney College program. I do not speak on behalf of the Walt Disney World Company. I simply am sharing my experience, what I have been through, what I'm going through, and yeah, how it has been working for the company. But what I state does not represent the company in any way at all. Officially headed out. Have 3 hours, well, 4 hours until we make it. This is our first load of stuff. This isn't even everything. Got stuff on the floor in front of me, books. So we just officially made it to Louisiana. We're still almost 2 hours out from the food place that we're stopping to go. And then we're stopping at my apartment in Baton Rouge to pack stuff up there. After what feels like forever, we're finally at my apartment in Baton Rouge. A lot of my PC stuff is already packed up, but I still have to get my comforter washed and dried, get together clothes, and really that's about all. I think, oh, my game stations, but after that, and maybe a TV, that's iffy. But after that, I think that's really it, and we'll drive out again tomorrow. We're spending the night here. Yeah, it's starting to feel really real. I've had a couple breakdowns, not on this road. I haven't had any today, but yesterday I had a couple just over leaving and being alone. Honestly, my dad and I were really lazy and didn't get as much packed as we planned, as quick as we wanted to. And my kitchen kind of looks like this. That is oh my gosh. Okay, we are officially slam packed, and as you can see, there is like no space whatsoever. We are slam packed and headed out. We're leaving about 2 hours later than we wanted. We had an appointment at this apartment complex that I'm looking at for next year that my dad wanted to see while he's in town, and so we went and did that, and then I did finish up a book I was reading so I could leave it behind. And yeah, now the long journey begins. We are officially in Mississippi. Okay, we have put in the final map route to Orlando, which is 6.5 hours away. We are officially in Florida. It's 5:35, and we still have 6 hours and 10 minutes until Orlando. That's where I'll be living, somewhere in one of those buildings. After 15 hours of driving, we are finally to the hotel in Orlando, and now we just have a day until move-in, so it's just a waiting game now. We're staying right across from Flamingo Crossings West in the Marriott Residence Inn, so we're literally right across from where we'll be moving in. I completely forgot to update y'all and vlog anything. Check-in took me 3 hours. It was not supposed to take that long. It took my roommate 30 minutes. And then I had my background check, which probably took 30 minutes. Went to eat, finally back, actually moving in. I didn't record it before we moved anything, but here's it before stuff is like actually put up in it. So that's a 4x2 counter space. And then originally these drawers were right here. And then we tried to move it into the closet, but it didn't fit. The drawers wouldn't come all the way out, so. But this is on the very edge of the apartment. So this is the the last room. I'm in room A. Or, I'm sorry, this is the first room of the apartment. I'm in room A. Okay, this is empty on my edge. So, here's what under the sink looks like. And then there's this smaller cabinet space over here. And then I have a medicine cabinet, which I love because I have one of those at home and I think they're really useful. My roomie picked the top bar, and then she has some stuff on the bottom, but there's also a bottom shelf, and then top two shelves, and then this is the shower room. Sorry, I went quick because she has some stuff in there. I don't want to intrude on her stuff, so this is overall what the space looks like, and I'll show you the kitchen and living room. It's super, super spacious. That's our roomies in. The living room. It's actually like a lot of space. This is more space than I have at my apartment in Baton Rouge. And that will be my pantry side. I have officially started up my room. Not everything is moved in yet, but I have a decent amount. I still have like my desk. Well, I have to get a desk. Put a desk in there. I put my PC stuff in there. Right now I'm headed to like a make your own magic thing. I've meant to vlog more, but it's been boring and hectic at the same time, but there hasn't been really too much to catch y'all up on. I had to get to West, go to the bus, go to East, check in, and then I had my background check scheduled at the same time, so did my background check, and then came back, and that's all I've been doing. Right now, literally every step of the way, I feel like, where am I? What am I doing? I'm scared. The wind today immediately wiped out my hair. Like, it was much better than this, and now it's this. I am moving some more stuff into my apartment today. I still have to get a desk. I got my tickets this morning, complimentary tickets today, until I get my blue ID. Really, that's all that's been going on. It's just been kind of hectic, so I haven't had the chance to vlog as much as I want, but I'm here and I'm excited, and so we're just getting everything together, and yeah. Currently I am running a 101.2 fever. This video kind of has taken a turn for the worse because I got the flu, so I haven't really been able to, first of all, recording, moving and stuff just did not go like I planned. Everything was so chaotic, and I'm still not even completely moved in my apartment because of having the flu. So it's just like, this video is not going how I wanted, so I'm just gonna have to work through. After I am done being sick, I will record my room when it's all finished and all that. I don't know. First, let me preface, I have a lot of catching up to do. To give y'all a feel of what date it is, it's April 5th. Yeah, I haven't vlogged, I haven't touched this video since January, since moving. I got the flu and it totally knocked me off my game. I went into work, have not vlogged since. So I'm making a lot of excuses for why I haven't vlogged instead of just saying, I haven't done it. I just haven't. Now, hopefully I'll get better. But who knows? I only have a month left of my program, which is insane. But tomorrow before work, I'm going to sit down and record some more for this video of how traditions went, the first like kind of week being here, move in, all that. Stuff that I didn't really get to in this video that I didn't vlog. And then hopefully I'll start vlogging more. But clearly I can't stick to my own goals of doing so. So we'll see how it really goes. Yeah, fingers crossed. My room is actually really dusty. I have not done a deep clean in a hot minute, so just ignore any dust you see, please. It's very embarrassing. As I said earlier, this is a 4x2, so I do have my own room, which gives me the chance to decorate how I would like and with a little more space. But yeah, this is what my room looks like. So immediately when you walk in, you have the dresser that Flamingo gave. So all my foldables are in there. Up here is usually where I place my work belt and some of my work items, such as like my name tag, my blue ID, all that. Here's my traditions hat, my ears I wear, all this good stuff. My dad sent me this. This is something I got from my dad. A candle for my roommate. Evan, my boyfriend, sent me a positive potato and some Legos. He loves to send me Legos. Me and my little family. Some glasses I stole from It's Tough to Be a Bug, rest in peace. Right over here you have my PC set up. The desk is mine. We did buy this from IKEA. Flamingo did not supply that. I had to get something to put my gaming stuff on. This is usually where I will sit and do my makeup, which is why I have all my makeup stuff right here, my computer, my Switch, all that good stuff. I have more games down here, my trash can, some just little random stuff, more like office supplies, planner, all those types of things. And then I have my bed, which I do not have a topper on my bed, like a mattress foam topper. I just have the protectant, and honestly, I think this bed is super comfy. My window, all just kind of like my bedside stuff right here. Flamingo does also come with 2 pretty spacious drawers. I just have kind of like a bunch of junk in it, but they are pretty spacious. They go about that deep and then are about that wide. So spacious enough, and they have locks on it, and all of the bedrooms do have those supplied. This is my absolute favorite part of the room that I wish I could bring home, is the mirrors, because I've never had doors like this and I love them. I think they're so useful. I also have a space heater because, I don't know, I just, when I get out of the shower, I hate being cold, so I turn this little bad boy on. And that is what the 4x2 bedroom looks like. It's, like I said, pretty spacious, I think, for just being here for 4 months. It gets the job done. I'm only here to sleep in it. I don't even play my PC a lot. I mostly just watch TV on it when I'm like doing my makeup and stuff. I was not able to bring a TV just because of like space in my car, and I did leave quite a few game systems back home, but I think that all worked out for the best because I would have never even used them. Literally would never use them. But yeah, that's my room. So if you can't tell, it is a my hair is going to do whatever it wants to do for work type of day. I am currently getting dressed. I just figured I would take this time to talk about everything that's been going on. Clearly, moving did not go as planned. We got here on like January 7th, moved in on January 8th with check-in and everything. Check-in was a bit of a longer process for me. We were the largest group for the DCP that they've had in, I don't remember what they said, but it was like a long while. So I don't think they were prepared. So like for my roommate, she was in the morning and it only took her about 30 minutes, but mine was supposed to be at noon and it took me 3 hours. And then after check-in, I went and had my background check where they did like my fingerprint and all that stuff, got me set up. And then I went to my apartment and started moving stuff in, which there's clips of that. That next day or that day after, I started not feeling good, but I was like, you know, whatever. I was having, like, I had a really hard time sleeping, wasn't feeling the best. And then finally, after I had like the chills, I felt like I was gonna throw up. I was running a fever. So finally we're like, okay, let's bring me to a doctor. I had the flu. Yep, had the flu for quite a few days. So I didn't get to do traditions with my other college program people. I got that pushed back. My original training schedule had me at Rocket Tower in Tomorrowland, which is the People Mover and Astral Orbiter. And so finally I got my new training schedule in. I was moved to Speedway. I did not want Speedway at all. Like that was the one that I did not want in Tomorrowland. I was like, I don't care where I'm placed as long as it's not Speedway. As soon as I got Tomorrowland, that is what I said. And of course it was Speedway. That is where I got moved because my training got pushed back, so they moved my location to Speedway. So having the flu, opening that email, I started bawling my eyes out. I cried and cried and cried and cried. I tried to get it fixed. I tried changing it. I thought I was going to term from being at Speedway because I had just heard all these bad things about how bad the fumes were, how bad the sound was, the heat, just everything. I had heard horrible things. And so I was just really nervous. This is my first job. It was not good. I was not excited, and it really set my mindset back. I had gone in with such a positive mindset. I was like, I'll do whatever role, whatever job, whatever, every blah. And then I got attractions and was really excited, thought I would get something cool in Tomorrowland. and then I got something decent, and then it was taken away from me. So it was really just like this big moment for me, and my heart was not in it any longer, but my head was like, this is a great experience. Just go through with it. If you don't like it, you can term, but at least give it a shot. And I'm so glad I did. If you get a role that you don't like, I say still, like if you've already paid the fees, if you've already done all this, I say still go through with it, at least for a little bit. And if you don't like it, you can terminate. No, there's no problem in terming. A lot of people make it this thing where it's like, oh, if you term, you're giving up. Your happiness, your well-being is top priority. And if this program is not what you wanted it to be, and it's not doing you well, go home. Go home. Don't let people make you feel bad. Go home. Traditions is usually 4 hours, I believe. And then you have another meeting the next day that's like 4.5 hours over safety and stuff. My traditions, because I was with the international kids, culinary, part-time, full-time, professional internship, since I was with all those people, my traditions was 7.5 hours. Traditions can be fun for sure. I was scared, I was nervous, I wasn't around people my age. I did not have a good time at traditions. I didn't have a bad time, I just was like bored, and it lasted forever. I don't have any clips from traditions. You're not allowed to film, and you're only allowed to take photos at particular times. From that point on, you are now a paid employee of the Walt Disney Company. Like, you will get paid for traditions because you're on the job. They're just really welcoming you into the company. You get your name tag, you get your blue ID, you get your traditions ears, the same thing over and over and over again. And really, traditions for me, that's what it felt like. It just felt like it felt like they spent 7.5 hours saying, hey, welcome to the Walt Disney Company. We're so glad you're here. Thanks for doing this. Over and over again. I just feel like it depends really where you are. Like what traditions class you have, and hopefully you don't get the flu and go to the 7.5 hour one. Went into my training for Speedway, my first job, so I was really nervous. I've had a really hard time at college making friends and such because LSU is such a big campus, and really after COVID I started getting a little bit of social anxiety. In theater, it wasn't an issue. I was always the one to go on stage and do whatever, be big in class, but outside of my theater environment, I did struggle with it a little bit, and that carried over to college. So I don't really have a lot of friends at college. So I was really nervous moving to where I'm alone, don't have anybody I know, and making new friends, but it was so easy. I have made some amazing friends that I feel like will be lifelong friends. Speedway is just the example for me, and hopefully anybody that watches this, that people made it into such a negative thing. Oh, if you get Speedway, you're gonna hate it, like it's this and this and that. And I just feel like it gets a really bad rep. Speedway is really cool. I feel like I'm a little mechanic half the time. I cannot believe at the time of me filming this clip right here, I have 40 days left in my program. It makes me so depressed. I almost extended, but I decided the people that make my program amazing are not even going to be there. So there's really no point in me extending because a lot of the people that do make it amazing won't be here. My roommate's extending, so she would make it great, but I can't just stay for one person, especially because I have stuff to do back home. Speedway has been amazing. I feel like a big thing to remember for the Disney College program is that at the end of the day, this is a job. I mean, it's an amazing experience, don't get me wrong. This has been so beneficial for me. Mentally, socially, it has been amazing for me. I feel like I have grown so much from being here. I would not take back a second of it, but a big thing to remember is that you are working and they're going to work you. So don't come in thinking, oh, I can take time off to do this, take time to do off this. You can trade away your shifts and such, but they're not just going to give you days off.
They do give you days off. You're just not going to get like 8 days in a row.
So I get paid $16 an hour, and the longest shift I have worked has been 14 hours, I believe. And the most I have worked in a week, I want to say, is about 52, 53 hours. I feel like the average for my location at Speedway and attractions would be about 40 hours. I want to say anywhere from 35 to 45. But I know a lot of people in merchandise have said that their average is about 30. Same with custodial, their average is 30. If you're living at Flamingo, they do have to schedule you 30 hours because that's what it takes to meet rent. They have a really cool system going on where you can trade and give shifts and everything. It's just whether or not people are willing to trade with you. And sometimes that can be stressful trying to find somebody. I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, this is just not what I expected. I expected this to be a program where I come down and I'm just having such a great time going to the parks, yada yada yada. I have not even been to the parks as much as I would have liked. That's on me though. But you're here to work. This is an internship where you're working. It is a working internship. And then in your free time that you have, yeah, spend it doing whatever you want. I'm going to Universal tomorrow. It'll be my second time going since being here. I'm able, some days, I went to the water park before one of my shifts, literally a few weeks ago. I went to Universal on Wednesday. The next day I woke up, went back to work, and then the day after that I went to the water park before going to my shift. So like, you have a lot of opportunity to do stuff here. It's just about whether or not you push yourself to do it. That is a lot of what this program is that if you're not a very outgoing person, you're going to be pushing yourself, you're going to be really working hard, and if you're not mentally prepared to get out there and do that and work under conditions that are not always the best for you, it might not be the program for you, and that's okay. But I say do it. Go through with it. Try it. If you're at the financial position to do the deposits, go through the process, do it. Disney College Program, 10 out of 10 for me. Flamingo I think is great. I feel so safe when I'm in Flamingo. Sometimes I get off really late, to like 1:45. I get back at 2. I have no worry walking through Flamingo at all. I feel so safe. Maintenance is really good. They've been always really fast when I put in a maintenance request. I have really had no problems. Other than silverfish. They have a lot of silverfish here, but I think that's just a Florida thing. Moral of the story is, sorry that this video is not better than what it is. And do the Disney College Program. If you want to do it, do it. It is so amazing.